Okay. Up. Going live. All right. So let me make sure I'm all good to go here. I think so. Alright. Off we go. Let's start with the... Where was I?
Help you folks?
Can we start this?
Help you folks?
Nope.
Name's
Okay.
Randolph. I'm the manager.
We're looking for Rose. Works as a waitress
Chris.
down at the diner.
Rose, sure. Nice girl. Who wants to know?
I'm Alan Wake.
The writer, huh? I heard on the radio you were visiting. Well, I'll show you her trail. That Rose, she's a nice girl. Always pays her rent on time.
As I was saying, Al, I found all sorts of weird stuff from the local newspaper's archives. This place is crazy. Disappearances, mysterious deaths, urban legends come true, and get this, most of this stuff takes place around Cauldron Lake.
Well, you ain't wrong, mister. The Indians thought the lake was a doorway to the underworld. I'm the God-fearing type myself. I don't hold with that sort of thing.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, there was an island there owned by a guy called Thomas Zane. Now, some of the articles I found about him make him out to be a famous writer, but I ran a bunch of searches, couldn't find a single thing he wrote. Zane was heavily into diving, so much so that the place came to be called Diver's Isle. But the volcano under the lake erupted in 1970, and Zane went down with the island.
Technically, it's, well, not technically. Right now, where I'm at, it isn't night. So, technically, I'm not a creature of the night just yet. Got a couple hours to go.
A local girl, Barbara Jagger, drowned in Cauldron Lake just a week earlier. They were lovers.
Sure, Jagger's a local spook store. The Scratching Hag. Comes for you in the dark. Childish stuff like that.
Anyway, Al, I'm just getting to the best part. All of the articles about this stuff were written by Cynthia Weaver. I asked around, and she's that crazy bag lady you met.
What, the lamp lady? She can be a little loopy, but she's not homeless.
Yeah, anyway, she knew both Jagger and Zane before they both died, and she had some kind of a breakdown.
Not to disparage the differently abled, but I wish the guy that I was following, didn't
Well,
walk
mister,
with a limp.
this here's Rose's trailer. You mind me asking what you want with her?
We're just here to talk to her, pal.
All right, then. See you behind.
Welcome to... Oh dear. Mr. Wake. I'm so glad you're here.
You sound really
Rose,
enthusiastic,
manuscript?
Rose.
Oh. Oh yes. Yes. Please, come in.
Hey, this is really good.
Rose,
Yes,
my manuscript. I really need it.
I understand. I know what you need. A muse to inspire you.
Oh, for Barry. She doesn't have anything.
Yeah, hey, Al? Oh, what's... Oh...
Barry! What? What?
Coffee's not supposed to put you to sleep. It's supposed to do the opposite.
Hiding in my barber's skin. I'm too weak to stop it. You must turn the lights on.
I promised I'd come visit you and your lovely wife. You must finish what you started. I insist.
You must turn the lights on. Turn the light on.
Back to work, boy.
Hey, Darren.
I felt nauseous, hungover. Only anger kept me going.
I can't tell reality from dream anymore, but it seems I have an imaginary editor to help me. She's an old woman in a funeral dress. I call her Barbara Jacker. She's very strict. I'm writing faster and faster. My manuscript is being heavily revised. The edits are getting very aggressive, and each day there's less of me and more of her. I hate it, but I know she's right. She promises me I can save Alice this way. She knows more of this than I do. About the complex incantation I'm attempting. About this place. She's worked with another writer under similar circumstances, Thomas Zane. The genre of the story seems to be shifting. It's turning into a horror story. I'm getting close. I can feel it.
What are you talking about, Chris? This is how people normally talk. Also, wow. It's, her little stalker shrine is simultaneously weird, but also not as weird as you'd expect it to be. I mean, what, just like 5 pictures of him and his book? Like, that's pretty, that's pretty, like, low game. My sisters, when we were kids, they were really into the Backstreet Boys, and they'd covered a giant fucking wall with pictures of them. They made like a giant collage of different things. That's real fans.
Something out once I got on the road.
Oh, Barry.
Barry was out of it. He was way too heavy to carry.
We're not gonna program carrying mechanics in this game. Fuck it, he's fat.
So handsome.
What about you,
Welcome
Rose?
to the Oh Dear Diner. What can I get you today? Coffee?
I couldn't work up much hate for Rose. Something had used her to get to me and left its mark.
First refill is free. Milk and sugar on the counter there. Would you like to hear today's specials? Thank you. A nice day.
There's no milk
Come
and
back
sugar.
Soon.
This is the worst diner I've ever been to. Yeah, right. You'd think that she was more on that level, but she's really just a fan.
Flashlight were gone. I'd have to find a way.
I mean, yeah, she probably wants him to, dip his quill in her ink, but I mean, otherwise, she's just like a normal fan.
Mr. Randolph liked Rose. That little smile she had. How she was still sweet when life had tried so hard to make her bitter. It wasn't any of his business what she did in the trailer. But those strangers, the writer and his smart-ass sidekick, looked like trouble. And they'd been in there for hours, way past her normal bedtime. He reached for the phone and called the sheriff's station.
Damn it, Randolph.
I just stepped outside to catch a breath of fresh air. Let me tell you, the weather's getting heavy. Nights like this make me especially glad I'm here talking to you and not home in bed. Once the weather takes...
So far, so good.
Oh, you're gonna get it now.
Well,
God knows what you've done to that poor girl.
This is Agent Nightingale, FBI!
Get him up, Hemingway! You're under arrest! You move a muscle, I'll unload right in your goddamn face! Stay right where you are, Slade!
What's with his insistence on making those author references? Two of them in a single conversation seems a bit much.
I'm standing right here, you goddamn maniac!
I hated to leave Barry behind, but there was no way I'd miss my appointment with the kidnapper.
I mean, it's a linear path, guys. You could have just sent a few dudes down the path and you probably would have got me.
There he is!
Oh.
There he goes!
The light used to be my friend.
Okay, Ben. Keep your eyes peeled. He's gonna try to make it through here.
Well, no, Darren. We saw that Rose isn't actually evil. She was just being, you know, manipulated by the darkness, and she's pretty harmless right now. Plus, Barry was fat. He was too fat to carry. You know, the best thing to do was to leave him there. That's the game's logic, not mine. Very nice, Chris.
God! Come on, guys. We need to head him off.
For decades, the darkness that wore Barbara Jagger's skin slept fitfully in the dark place that was its home and prison. It was hungry and in pain. It dreamed of its nights of glory when the poet's writing had called it from the depths and given it a brief, terrible taste of power and freedom. The rock stars had stirred it from the deep sleep the poet had sunk it back to in the end. When it sensed the writer on the ferry, it opened its eyes.
I think this might be like some of the best like out of context material ever. If you just posted this one page somewhere, I think people would be really intrigued and probably disappointed by the actual context of it all. And yeah, these FBI guys are surprisingly crappy shots. I'm surprised it's even warranted the FBI. Called the police and told them that a fat guy and a writer had, you know, gone into a girl's home. Isn't that like a local police kind of deal? Especially for this place. And what are you guys firing at? Because they don't even see me. Oh, Ellen's wife fell in a lake, and there's a darkness monster, and it told him that it can bring her back to life if he, you know, does a thing. And then he woke up a week later, and he has no idea what's going on, and there's like monsters attacking him and stuff. It's basically the plot so far.
This horror was everywhere I went, circling me. The cops didn't stand a chance. They were after a writer, not a monster.
Well said, Ellen. It's pretty hilarious to hear all this like exciting stuff happening, but I'm just I'm just strolling down this pleasant mountain path. Oh god, okay, not pleasant anymore. It stopped being pleasant. And they stopped firing. Do you guys pay by the bullet? What happened? Oh, did the birds get him? Let's see. Oh, wait, actually. There's probably a thing involved. No, there was no alcohol involved. Oh, I can use the thing. And how do I... Oh, that's how I zoom. And zoom. And okay. Is there anything interesting to actually see? I don't remember if there's something I'm supposed to look at. Although I think I see a collectible over there. Yep, I can see a thermos over there. Good thing Alan decided to do that. Yeah, there's one right here too.
This is James. Mulligan, Thornton, come in. Over. Thornton here. James, we got both Wheeler and Rose in touch. They didn't put up a fight or anything. Why, they were... Hey, what you... Come on. Sit down and give me that. James, Mulligan here. Over. Go ahead, Mulligan. Over. We got Wheeler and Rose here. Wheeler's drunk or hopped up on something. Speaking of which, that Fed had a pretty distinctive whiff of Otis Scotch about it, you know what I mean? Over. I don't have anything on that, Deputy.
Oh, okay. I guess Nightingale is the one Fed who's here, and everyone else is local.
You better get Doc in to take a look at both. Over. Gotcha. You better get them here quickly. The Fed's gonna want to interview Wheeler. Over.
So they have Barry
Tower in the distance was
and
the radio
Rose.
station. Maine seemed like a decent guy. Perhaps he could give me directions to the coal mine.
I don't think you need two bags.
Shadows clung to the gate. The darkness that was after me was trying to stop me. I wouldn't get through without a light.
There's the thermos. Sweet. One more for a collection I will never complete.
There was no power to the searchlight.
Anything fun to loot? No, there's not. Also, from what I've seen of the two games that come after Alan Wake, Quantum Break and Control, Alan Wake is by far the tamest of the three.
The old generator conked out. I'd have to see if I could
God
fix
damn
it
it.
and try again.
Oh. Really? Alright, there we go. I don't think Nathan Fillion's in this game. Oh yeah, I think I have heard something about Stephen King doing that. I'm not sure how accurate that is, but yeah, now that you mentioned it, I believe I have heard that attributed to him. I know at least one of his books he confessed that he was just like so coked up the whole time he didn't remember even writing it. I can't remember which one it was. I mean, he's written some weird shit. There. You finally got a flashlight. Take that, Gates.
It took me a moment to recognize the flashbang grenades. They were an ideal weapon for my situation.
One, come in. Over. Team 1, this is Sheriff Breaker. Report. Over.
God. I just gotta notice that Ben was doing his stream and it was covering up a good chunk of my screen. Nothing over there. Kind of prefer you save the flashbang tutorial until there's actually something for me to throw it at. Oh, did I get turned around? Damn it. Okay, my bad. Maybe that explains it. Maybe there's a flashbang target like right after that crate. You know, Chris, I'm not going to tell you what it is, but there actually is an explanation of sorts for things like that. So just rest assured that it's not as dumb as you'd think it is. Is there a cache over here? I got a big old area to wander through. And I'm not seeing any real reason to. Oh, shit. Great. Now we have, now we have dark FBI guys. No, stop. Oh wait, I have flashbangs. Aha! It's functionally like a regular grenade, but it won't raise the rating on our game. Which is actually a pretty smart idea, to be honest. Like, credit where credit's due. You don't need a rocket launcher, you got a friggin' flare gun, and so forth. Where are the... There's two. I was hoping to get the third one. Is there a third one? I thought there was a third one. Okay, never mind. I got them all. Just as planned. There's no paint, apparently. Sweet.
And here's another call.
More flashbangs.
FFM with Pat Maine.
It's Milt Peabody, Pat.
What's on your mind, Milt?
Well, I live near the trailer park, Pat, and there's a big ruckus going on over there.
Well, that's just up the road from me, too. What's going on, do you know?
I don't know, but there's a bunch of police cars there, lots of sirens, a helicopter buzzing around, and I think I heard some gunshots.
Well, there is a brand of logic to the game. There is a method to the madness. I can assure you of that. And that is a lot of people. Good thing they gave me a lot of grenades. Oh, sweet. I got them all. I got a Chivo right now called Sound and Fury because of the flashbang, but that is also a reference to the American literary canon novel, The Sound of the Fury. And also a reference to Macbeth, the Shakespeare play. Life is but a walking shadow and so forth, full of sound and fury, signifying nothing. Life's but a walking shadow, a poor player that struts and frets its self upon the stage. In all our years to... Damn it, I used to know this. I had to do this by heart for class, and I can't remember now. And all our yesteryears of lighted fools the way to dusty death. Out reef candle? No, I'm going in circles. That's circling around to the beginning of it. Anyway. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. Thank you, little dot. Alright, life's but a walking shadow, a poor shit. A poor player that struts and frets itself upon the stage, and then is heard from no more. It is a tale told by an idiot, full of sound and fury, signifying nothing. That's the way it goes. I got it. Also, stop hitting me, please. Aha! Nay, are blind and dead. Possibly double dead, depending on what exactly shadow things are. Up. Aha! Here we go. There is paint, and paint means there is supplies. And I guess there is also an ambush. Alright, so I'm going this way? Can't really get a clear view of the arrow. No? I mean, I assume I'm going in there, but it kind of looks like it's pointing the other way. Alright, here we go. Aha! Favorite Stephen King film? I guess I have the most, I don't know if affection is the right word, but I guess I have an affinity for It, the original one. Obviously not the original TV series, not or mini series. That's what it's called. Not the recent movies. I actually haven't seen those. Although I've been meaning to. I hear they're pretty damn decent. But when I saw those movies when I saw the original It when I was really young. I didn't want to watch it, but I was hanging out with my older cousin, and he wanted to watch it, and I went okay, because I mean I was the younger one, and I trusted his judgment, and it scared the shit out of me, and I had nightmares for a very, very long time. And eventually I got over it, and then when I got older, I had just remembered it as that movie that scared the shit out of me. But eventually I tried watching it again, and not only is it not scary when you're an adult, it's also incredibly goofy and really funny. And yeah, I kind of dig it now. Oh, I'm just gonna have to kill him, aren't I? They're gonna let me run. Oh, they already let me run away.
I hope Maine could lend me a car to get to the coal mine.
Oh yeah, you know, I that is a good movie. I forget about The Green Mile because when you think about Stephen King, you just think about like the horror stuff. But he has done some great non-horror fiction. And yeah, Green Mile is one of them, and it is pretty great.
Well, thank you very much for that compassionate viewpoint, Lorna.
Let me in.
Oh, here's a little surprise. The famous writer Alan Wake just...
Damn it, Pat. Why'd you say that?
Come on in, Mr. Wake.
You just screwed me, damn it.
Oh, I'm so glad you could find the time to do this, Mr. Wake.
Nowhere to run now, Dan Brown. You back away from me.
Hey, fuck you, buddy. Don't call me Dan Brown. Da Vinci Code sucks.
Nightingale. We got him. What the hell's the matter with you? There's a civilian in there.
There's an unarmed rider in there. Shoot to kill.
I had fallen off so many cliffs it was ridiculous. That's what you get for naming a book The Sudden Stop. It was probably good I hadn't had the chance to tell Maine where I was going. I'd have to lose the cops and find my own way to the mine. Nightingale stared through the broken studio window into the dark woods. He turned around, started to walk out, but Maine grabbed his arm. "Young man, you almost shot me. You don't shoot off rounds at people like that. What's the matter with you?" Nightingale shook his arm free. His cheeks burned with rage and humiliation.
Damn, he got a talking to from Pat. Had a boy, Pat. How old were you when you watched the miniseries, Bowden? I'm just curious, because everybody I know who likes the miniseries was kind of like me. Like, they watched it as a kid, and it scared the shit out of them. But the thing about that series is that it is like really fucking like goofy. So I imagine that you wouldn't. I imagine that if anyone who'd seen that when they were old enough to basically not be scared by it, would probably be turned off really quickly. Like, I can't imagine watching that, for the first time, not knowing that you can wait for the parts that aren't, like, terrible. Gave me shotgun ammo, but I don't have shotgun. Michael Clark Duncan was the Kingpin in the bad Daredevil movie, right? Well, what am I saying? There's only one Daredevil movie, but he was the one in the movie, right? I think it's the only thing I really remember about that movie. It was yeah, I mean he's good. Like, the movie wasn't even terrible. It was just kind of boring. Okay, so I mean, you might have been a bit too old. You might have fallen outside that grace period of people who could, be impressed, by by it. Because I was like 6, I think, and it was fucking terrifying, and also weirdly fascinating. Like, I remember telling my, damn it. I remember telling my friends about it afterwards, and I remember talking about that, even though the movie scared the shit out of me. I remember telling people about it whenever I had the opportunity, because it was just something weirdly fascinating about this, this clown monster thing. It terrified me, but it also intrigued me. There's something up here. So I'm supposed to go that way. But there seems like a decent amount of path I can traverse up here. Also, for all the goofiness of this game, I do think it does a pretty good job of making the forest, feel oppressive and ominous. And I mean, I live in the city, but having played Alan Wake, I think if I went to a more rural place where I could conceivably wander around places like this at night, I think I'd probably just be on edge. Just because of this game and games like it. So kudos on them for that. Although I think Deadly Premonition also helps with that. The infected monkey tossing around a plague? Which one is that? Because the closest I can think of is what was it called? Like the 12 Monkeys or whatever. But I don't believe that one actually has like monkeys playing a significant role. I forget the exact number of monkeys, but the monkeys are like a terrorist group or something. That's it. I walked all the way up here, and all I got were a couple of flares. That seems like I took a big walk for basically nothing. I mean, that's cool, Chris, that you have movies you like that much. I get whoa. Bad birds. That's it? Are we done? All right. Yeah, I don't know. I have a hard time. I personally have a hard time applying, the classification of perfect to something. Just because, I mean, I don't know. I guess I'm always cautious about what I say. Maybe that's part of the law background in me. But I mean, I always just try to think of like, well, there's a lot of stuff I like that objectively, is problematic, but I like it in spite of the problematic stuff. So I can't really say, it's perfect because of the... God, stop stop burning me. You assholes are being a burden. Aha. Alright. But yeah, I remember, I think it was one of the last times we got to record together. Evan had actually... No, one of you guys. It might have been you, Chris. When you guys when you guys were asking us questions when we were streaming, and one of the questions was, what do we consider to be a perfect movie? And Evan had a couple, and I had to think really hard about movies I consider perfect, just because it's I'm very apprehensive about applying such a I don't know, such a concrete term to something. Calling something perfect, it has certain connotations. Also, you made me waste a battery. Oh yeah, so it was you. And yeah, I remember I was able to come up with a couple of things eventually, but it took a bit for me to agree on something. Whereas I think Evan immediately had an answer because he doesn't. He's a lot more sure of himself, I guess. Or he doesn't care about being being proven wrong, I guess, is probably a little more accurate. I can't believe that hit. Did I? Nope. Okay.
There was no sensible reason for the power company work lights to be here. It was almost as if they'd been left for someone like me to use.
It's a little on the nose, Alan. I will say that my favorite movie, even though it's, like, you know, objectively not perfect, is The Last Starfighter. Because it's not a perfect movie. The darkness controls the Taken. Okay, so that's how we find out, I guess, that the dark things are called the Taken. But yeah, it's not a perfect movie by any means, but I love it for the things it does well, and it's a very fun movie. Guys, the pacing of these fights is a bit much. Well. Hey there, Car. You came just in time to see me to get discombobulated. That is a word I've never said before, and it physically hurt me to do so. I will never do it again. Could you not? Alright, well. Could you not again? Oh, you didn't die? How did you not get caught in the blast? Ah, my fingers. Jesus. Ah, I hit my desktop. It hurts so bad. You got the dodge chiming on you that time, you little shit. Oh good, I got the fast guy that time. Actually, I can probably just switch to revolver now. No. No. Aha! It's in the wrong button, but it worked anyway. Stupid shovel man. There. Reload. A whole mood. I was trying to laugh away the pain. You know, like Patch Adams. Like that ideology, maybe. But I think it was more. I wasn't like hitting my desk in frustration or anything. I just made a hand motion like, "Oh man." I just like kind of swung my hand down a bit, and the tips of my fingers slammed against like the very edge of my desk. So it was just a very wacky kind of injury. It's like circumstances conspired for me to get a very annoying and surprisingly painful injury.
The bulldozer's engine roared to life. Mud and rocks flew as it fought for traction. It crashed crash from the concrete wall reverberated heavily in the yard. If it were an animal, it would have shaken its head after the impact, fixed its eyes on me, and charged. Of course, it had no head nor eyes. Shadows crawled on its floor, twisting it into a monster. Then it came for me.
Oh, that's really cool, Kyra. Happy birthday. And happy Halloween. I actually forgot to say happy Halloween to you guys. I'm wondering where your mom was able to get a stuffed plague doctor as a gift like that. I have no doubt that people make them. But, you know, that's the kind of thing I would expect you'd have to get, like, you know, on Etsy or something. So that's funny. Ooh, supplies. Batteries, which I don't need, and revolver, which I do need. Yeah, you get in there, you little bullets. I'm surprised that Walgreens sells plague doctors. I should check for myself. I think I would like to have one. Although I stopped buying stuff like that because I just don't have the room for it. I'm pretty much down to a very tiny Bulbasaur that my friends got me a few birthdays ago. Because he's one of my favorite Pokemon. And I also have this big, adorable stuffed piece of pie with a little. It's got like a face on it, and on top it's got a scoop of ice cream, and the ice cream also has a face on it. It's the cutest fucking thing ever. One of my best friends got it for me, and I love it. Oh, and I have a Simpsons donut. Those are all the stuffed things I have. It's a big old Simpsons donut. Yes, more shotgun, more revolver, and I'm out of flashbangs, but that's fine. Yeah, Squishables made the pie.
Alice?
My friend is a big fan of them. And I mean, I am too. It's adorable fruit. It's adorable food. I just can't, I can't justify spending money on it most of the time, but she loves me, and she got me that, and I love her so much for getting me
Alice, I'm here.
That's why she's one of my best friends.
The connection had been terrible, but that wasn't the only thing that hadn't been right with the call. She sounded wrong somehow, but she had called me.
Oh, that's cool. It glows in the dark? I want one like that. I would love to know where those are being sold. I hope it's at stores near you. You referring to me in this context. I love how the painter of the invisible paint put an arrow on both sides of the entryway just to absolutely make sure you can't miss it. Look at all that ammo. That's nice. And there shouldn't be... Oh, shit! I just got a Chivo called the Six Gun Scribe, which is a really cool name. I'm gonna steal that for something. I just don't know what yet. Oh, that's awesome, Chris. A giant handmade Snorlax? That's the coolest. I saw once that someplace was selling, I think it was like a giant Snorlax beanbag. So it was like, I don't know, I don't know if it was like life size, but it was fucking huge, and you just, climbed on its tummy and reclined or whatever. It was awesome. I wanted one. I don't have room for a beanbag.
Life wrenched itself loose from the bridge's steel framework. Wrapped in darkness, it floated in midair, twitching. For a moment, I didn't understand what I was looking at. The heavy object lurched at me with impossible force. I threw myself out of the way, but just barely. When I turned my flashlight on it, it shook in a dark rage before it flew at me again.
So I'm going to fight a bulldozer. I'm going to fight pipes. I will have to check Walgreens then next time I get the chance.
I could see a railway bridge up ahead.
And hope that my Walgreens has them.
I hoped I could find a car from there.
Follow. Thank you. And this would probably be the, oh. Back, I have a pipe. Or I have a flare. Flares are not pipes. The physics objects are getting caught on the other physics objects. Ah, it hurts! The pipes actually do a lot of damage. That was the worst time to run out of battery. What is left? Oh. Okay, I couldn't get the angle. There we go. I don't know if he's the most huggable, but he's definitely huggable. Like I would definitely like to have a I would definitely like to have a Snorlax, like in real life. Damn it.
Listen, sure. I hoped I could find a car from there.
I would definitely like to have a Snorlax in real life, just because, like, you don't have to worry about him, chewing on your stuff, or, scratching up your furniture, or, terrorizing your guests, or any of that shit. He'd just sleep in the corner and be adorable. It'd be awesome. I mean, the food bill would probably be, crazy, because I think the Pokedex says that they sleep until they're hungry. They do like a hibernation kind of thing, and then they eat like a shitload of food, and then go back to sleeping. But yeah, better than having like a dog Pokemon or a cat Pokemon or something.
The darkness that was pursuing me was growing stronger, and it was taking over everything.
You got to work on a Sunday, Kyra. That's not nice, especially right after Halloween. Somebody should do that. That'd be great. Oh, there's stuff behind me, which I cannot dodge out of. Oh, shit. Stop bludgeoning me, please. Killed by pipes.
Isn't sure. I hoped I could find a car from there.
I wonder if I can just hit the light, or the thing that's blocking the way out, and just use that to get out and skip the whole fight. Oh.
The darkness that was pursuing me was
Well, in Pokemon Sword, they eat curry too. I would like an excuse to have more curry around the house. Okay, that worked. I can just leave. Oh god! I didn't see that coming. Oh, okay. Those are the things. Right. Not today. Wheelbarrow. Oh, and I probably just could have shot the thing. It would catch on fire, and that would make light for me. Oh well.
I slammed the door shut right in his smug face. He pleaded for me to open the door. Informed the asshole actually thought I would obey. I had no sympathy left, no guilt either, not for him. I took a moment to savor the scream. I bet I had a smile on my face. It was all that I had time for. The dark presence was inside the lodge with me.
You're coming off a little crazy there, Alan.
As a teenager, just starting to get interested in writing, Stephen King had been a source of inspiration to me. I thought about all the inanimate objects that had come to life in his books. No one is safe in a good horror story. Certainly not the protagonist. That's what makes them fun. This was anything but. The darkness could possess anything, and it was getting closer.
Oh, nice. Wait, how come? Why isn't it letting me switch flashlights? Let me flip the... What the hell's going on? It's not letting me switch my flashlight. Oh, there it goes. Man, you gotta hold down B for a long time to do that. Don't fall up on batteries. I mean, that still sounds pretty big, Chris. I don't think I could fit a full-sized Snorlax in my place. So I'd take the smaller one. As long as it's still cute and, you know, huggable and whatnot. Can defend me from intruders. Although that would mean, I guess being that big would mean that if I ever managed to, you know, achieve my dream of getting one of those something like the cupboard from the Indian in the cupboard, thing that can make your toys come to life, I wouldn't be able to do it. Although now that I think about it, I believe in the books it turned out that the magic was actually in the key, not the cupboard. So conceivably, you could get around that issue. I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. Ah! Also, my heavy-duty flashlight is considerably more powerful than my old one, which is pretty cool. Unfortunately, I won't get to keep it, because they're going to take it away from me in a few sequences. They always do that. Well, theoretically, you know, if I was around to command the Snorlax to attack the intruder, then the, you know, that would override the, or, you know, it would ignore the food. Assuming that the Snorlax was of a level that I could command it, you know, still command it at. I can never get the timing to dodge that thing. No, 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 no. Alright then. The fight music ended, so presumably we're done fighting. Oh. In light, you can hurt them. Thank you. And I kind of learned that in the tutorial, which is a long time ago. I literally just fought like 8 of them using that same strategy. But thank you, yes. Ooh, we got another episode of Night Falls. Or Night Springs. While we're watching this, I have a bag of candy, and I'm gonna eat some. Because it's Halloween, and it's allowed. Sounds like they're inviting him to the orgy.
What would I have to do?
Here, let me show you with a kiss.
What did you add?
Oh, Mr. George. Well, please, Nixie Bird.
Why are they pretending there was a moral to that? It escalated really fast. Hey, can I watch your ceremony? Actually, you can help. By the way, Cthulhu ending. Just, the other ones were a little bit better paced. Incidentally, I was poking around for information, and I guess the next game that this company made, Remedy, Quantum Break, they stepped things up from those Night Springs episodes, and they actually like put real like TV episodes inside the game. Like I guess you play like I guess you play like a level, and then you just sit down and watch a TV show play out, showing like more stuff happening in the game. So, wow, they really took that to a weird place.
The darkness surged towards me, sucking everything loose from the ground into its depths, tugging at my clothes. I saw the flare the kidnapper had dropped and threw myself towards it just as I...
Oh, right. I totally forgot about the kidnapper thing. They haven't brought that up in a bit.
The darkness roared and cast me away. I fell toward the dark waters of the lake far below.
Right. The kidnapper supposedly took Alice, and he told Ellen that he wouldn't give her back unless he got the manuscript. That's why we're looking for the manuscript. I imagine an orange berry would taste like orange, but I'm not sure what orange would taste like. Maybe it tastes like an everlasting gobstopper. The fictional ones, not the real ones that don't actually work and are fake and liars. And there's the bulldozer. Oh, oh, Jesus. I should probably switch to the shotgun. Get myself the supplies. I don't have flashbangs. Flares will have to do. Alright, I'm ready. Round 2. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Don't back up, buddy. Ah! I got snuck attack by a bulldozer. But the fun part is it does look like that if I remove the shields of the Taken, then the bulldozer can accidentally kill them. Which is pretty funny. Shit. Ah. Shit, shit, shit! Aha! That thing has a surprising range of motion. Oh, there's more supplies in there. Oh, I can knock him over even when it hasn't died. Or even when they have the shields on. So that's good to know. Also, I'm using the revolver when I should be using the shotgun. Let's fix that. You don't. You don't. Aha! And I just got a Chivo called Heavy Metal. Because, well, it's self-explanatory. Oh, what was the ice cream you had this week, Chris? I'm curious. I presume it was not Blurpleberry. I see you hiding. Thermos. And from the spotlight, they clearly want me to take the car. Just making sure. Alright. Ooh. White chocolate, avocado, and macadamia? I like two of those things. I don't see... I can't see the avocado working.
I had a couple of hours to get to the coal mine. The coal mine wasn't far now. Today, I would meet the kidnapper, and he would give me Alice. I wouldn't give him any other choice. A drowning man will clutch at a straw.
Okay, why did I get out of the car? Oh, shit. I forgot the vehicle camera controls are all fucked up.
The current of its narrative had taken me deeper and deeper into dark waters. Alice had been taken from me. Barry was probably in jail. I was a fugitive from the FBI. The whole world taken over by the Dark Presence was trying to destroy me. It all felt real, but it matched a textbook case of insanity.
Oh, you reminded me, Kyra, that I watched the Teen Titans Go episode where Beetlejuice shows up, and it was pretty funny. Although I was kind of surprised by how referential, I guess, the episode was. There's a chair just over there in the distance. Like there's a lot of shit in that episode that just has no context if you've never seen the original movie. It was just very funny to me. Kids are going to be watching the episode and sing the extended sequence where they sing the Deo, the Banana Boat song, and be like, "What the fuck is going on?" But I liked it. I liked it a lot. Oh, okay, good to know. I do like creamy textures. How's all the movie, the Teen Titans versus Teen Titans or whatever? And it was that was also pretty funny. What is with this road? My truck is having a very hard time. There we go. Also, because I guess they didn't want to put in like functioning lights, Alan just drives around with his high beams on, even in the middle of the day. Which is funny. Did I really not turn that off? It's bugging me. Oops. Oh well. I think I have to go here. Oh, okay, I have to go here anyway. So that works out. No? Is this where I was before?
This is Pat Main, and you're listening to KBM.
Or is this just an identical little outpost thing? Which makes sense, I guess, if it's like a highway patrol kind of station or something. I saw an ice cream flavor that I really hated. It was one of those. It was one of those Ben and Jerry. Like, I didn't try it. I just hated the concept of it. because it was one of those Ben and Jerry's ice creams with like the punny name, and this one was like Netflix and chilled or something, and it sounded gross. It was like pretzel bits and like peanut butter ice cream and like some other weird shit, and still. Why would you make ice cream out of peanut? Like it would have been better if it had been like actual peanut butter, but they used peanut butter ice cream, which is like a degree removed from peanut butter that just didn't need to be there. I don't know. I showed it to my friend who was a chef, and she was horrified by the by the list of what was in it. Yoink.
For Mott, spying on the writer on the ferry had been a disappointment. His boss had made Wake out to be something special, but Mott hadn't been impressed. He'd gotten a good long look at the wife, though, and he liked what he saw. Mott had fantasized about throwing Wake into a fight, but it hadn't happened. Still, he'd get his chance to see if the writer had anything in him. He'd been promised as much.
Actually, what I found really confusing about that ice cream was they describe it as having pretzel swirls, which doesn't make any sense to me. Because I mean, like, pretzels are solid; they don't emit any kind of like juice or anything. So you can't swirl a pretzel. There's nothing to swirl. It's solid matter. I couldn't figure out what the hell they meant by that. My friend couldn't either. She was also befuddled. But I was reading I was reading review. I checked it out, and it looks like what they actually have is like pretzel bits, just kind of drizzled around. So I don't know why they called it swirls. It's misleading, and I think functionally impossible.
I was early. I was supposed to meet the kidnapper at noon in the main building. The coal mine was quiet. It was a museum now.
So I guess we just gotta go to the museum. In 1970, a volcanic eruption below Cauldron Lake, while relatively minor, caused most of the deep mining tunnels to collapse or flood. 32 miners lost their lives in the calamity, and all mining around Bright Falls came to a final stop. Now many of the remaining buildings are protected as historical landmarks. Nifty. Yeah, pretzel pieces or pretzel chunks or pretzel bits or anything like that would have made a lot more sense, but they used the language pretzel swirls, which just sounds weird.
I didn't want to go outside. Cops had to be looking for me. The noon sun turned the place into a sauna. The day dragged on. Different scenarios ran through my mind. Ways of how I'd torture the kidnapper to get Alice back. Or the different horrible things he could have done to her. I imagined her dead. I had no way of knowing she was still alive. It was killing me.
Fuck you, Chair.
I was running on blind hope. It was all a waste of time. The bastard never showed up.
Where the hell are you?
Change of plan. You know where Mirror Peak is? It's a big mountain north of where you are. You follow the path from the line, you can't miss it. There's a lookout point there. I'll be waiting.
I'm through being jerked around by
You
you.
want to see your wife alive? Because if you do, you better watch what you say to me. Do we understand each other?
I want to talk to Alice.
Yeah, and I want the manuscript. Don't keep me waiting, Wake.
Hello? Hello! Ah! I'm gonna kill him.
I had to get to Mirror Peak. It was close. Maybe closer than ever before.
Really? Because I love both of those things. I think I think strawberry milkshake might actually be my favorite kind, and God, I love strawberry ice cream. I'm I'm one of those doofuses who, when I buy like Neapolitan, I eat everything except the vanilla first, and it's like, and afterwards I feel stupid because it's like, why did I even buy the stupid? You know, why didn't I just buy the flavors I actually wanted to eat? But there's something just kind of funny. I'm not funny. There's something just kind of just fun about Neapolitan, I guess. It's like the there's a Simpsons episode where Homer's opening up a box of ice cream in the freezer, and he goes, chocolate, and he opens it up, and it's Neapolitan, but all the chocolate's gone. It's just the strawberry and vanilla left, and he puts it aside, and there's a second one. He goes, chocolate, and he opens it up, and it's the same thing. Like, all the chocolate's been eaten, but the other two ice creams are fine. And he yells out to Marge, "Marge, we need more chocolate, vanilla, and strawberry ice cream." She goes, "Okay, I'll buy some at the store." It's like me, except I also eat the strawberry.
When Thomas Zane fell for Barbara Jagger, it happened fast. She was young, vibrant, and beautiful, full of life. He had never been a very happy man, and without any seeming effort, she had changed all that. Zane felt good for the first time in his life. Everything she did was another piece of the jigsaw puzzle he hadn't even known he'd been missing. And best of all, she made the words flow, strong and sharp. She was his muse.
That's funny, Bowden. So did you just get stuck? Do you just get stuck with the vanilla and the strawberry? I mean, I think that might be what I like about it, Chris, because I don't like actual strawberries, but I like strawberry flavored things. You know, I love strawberry ice cream. I love strawberry shakes. I love like strawberry milk, like the quick kind. But yeah, I just don't like the taste of actual strawberries. Let's go 16 tons. Ah, you bitch. I'm sorry to hear that, Bowden. And that sounds great to me. Oh, Jesus. Never mind. Oh, it's the objects, animate objects again. We're doing this. Alright. Except I got you. Is that a single flavor, Bowden? Honey and blackberry? Or do you have honey ice cream and blackberry ice cream? Either way, I was not expecting honey and blackberry to be a thing. It sounds like a really random combination. I could probably get behind that, though. And that sounds like the most pretentious vanilla strawberry shake I've ever heard, Chris, and I would love to try something like that. Which reminds me that there was a time when an aunt who I'm not particularly fond of, and she's not fond of me, so I don't know why she did this, but she ordered my dad and I some really fancy ice creams for our birthday, because we have our birthday very close to each other, they're like a week apart, and I can't remember what the brand was called, but they were these little cartons, like the little Ben and Jerry kind of things you get, but each one had this huge like paragraph down the side explaining why this ice cream was amazing. And it's like, we take the finest ingredients and we take them to our special lab and we freeze them in this special procedure and yada. And it just goes on and on and on about how amazing the ice cream that you're about to eat is. And I've always just thought of it, you know, it was pretty good, but they all I can remember about it is thinking that it was the most pretentious ice cream I've ever eaten. What is attacking me? Oh, there's Taken in there. Are you guys gonna break out, or do I just get to walk past? Oh, I've got to go inside and fight them. Because that's the smart thing! Well, that was dumb. It's not a bad thing, Chris. It's just you're making a really fancy strawberry shake. And what the fuck is going on? They hurt me if I stand on them? What sense does that make? God damn it! You should mix a fedora into the into the mix just to complete the effect. Ah. I actually made ice cream from scratch once in high school. I was taking a material science class, and our one of our the big fun project we got to do at the end of the quarter semester, whatever. I think it was a quarter system. Was we made ice cream using liquid nitrogen. We took like the rock salt and the vanilla bean and stuff, and we mixed it all into a thing of liquid nitrogen, and eventually it set, and we got to eat it, and it was pretty cool. Damn it! I didn't mean to use the flare. Nope, it was cool. Damn it! It was cool, no pun intended. It was really lumpy though. I remember it was really lumpy, and there were like chunks. There were like icy chunks in it. I guess because of how cold, liquid nitrogen gets. But it was definitely an interesting experience. Well, all right then. I guess I won't be going that way. I guess I'm just gonna follow the waypoint like a good boy. I see you. And you. Swing and a miss. I mean, maybe by your standards, Chris, but I feel like vanilla bean and real strawberries do make it more pretentious than the average, milkshake mix or just straight up ice cream and milk varieties of shake. And I'm not knocking it. Like I said, it sounds good. It just also sounds funny to me. It's amusing that you'd take such a complex like roundabout way to do it. I mean, whatever. Like you do, you man. Like I said, it sounds good. It sounds tasty. Why did turning off the power cause a surge? That doesn't make any sense. Do they just not have a better way of indicating that it was done? I got a Chivo for killing, I guess, X amount of, like, possessed objects, and the Chivo is called They're Here, which is a, Poltergeist reference, I think? Not a horror buff, but I'm pretty sure that's right. Ah, Jesus. Oh, I had a flare gun. No. Why'd I waste it? Shit. There are too many things being thrown at me. Ah, okay. No worries, Chris. Yes, I've got to use these canisters. It's clearly why they're here. God, why is it equipped by default? Eat it. And now I'm worried that if I attack him, I'll hit the canister before there's good stuff for me to kill with it. Alright, that's probably enough stuff. They're getting in each other's way. Oof, I could not Bayonetta dodge the bin. Oh, another one? That bin is doing more damage than I am. There we go. Is that everyone? I think so. Alright then. I don't actually know what Gold Leaf is, but it... Oof. Oh my gosh, that took so much of my health away. No! No, don't, please, don't kill me. I don't want to do that again. Okay. Alright, I made it. I made it. Screw you, you stupid dollies and whatnot. I don't know what Gold Leaf is, but it sounds pretentious. It sounds like something, you would send an intrepid adventurer to go and, do a fetch quest to retrieve. And then you would pay them, like, several coppers. I will not forget my lunchbox. Thank you for reminding me. Am I out of revolver ammo already? They had a really ominous entrance, but I mean, they were all just funneled down the same enclosed entryway, so I just mowed them down. And they also opened the door for me, so thanks, guys. I probably would have been able to proceed if we hadn't had that short, embarrassing fight for you. Embarrassing for you fight. I mean, that's what I'm saying. There's too many joggers. Oh, so the shields are down. Okay. Yeah, your stupid knife becomes more of a liability when you don't have invulnerability. I guess mortality is in and of itself a liability. That was silly. Okay. And the thermos gets its own chair. Follow. Nope.
Some of the Taken retained echoes of their former selves, but these were just the nerve twitches of a dead thing. Nothing remained but a shell covered and filled with darkness. In most cases, these puppets were enough for the purposes of the Dark Presence. But for anything more elaborate, as with the writer, it was different. It needed his mind. And so rather than taking him over completely, it merely touched him.
Wait, they put actual gold in food? Even though it doesn't taste like anything? That sounds insane. And also, yes, that that would be like the very definition of pretentious. Hello, tree. Are you evil anymore? No? Alright. I don't know what that was supposed to accomplish. They had the spooky music and everything. And it was just a tree. It fell.
There was no way the flashbang grenades were standard power company equipment.
Alan, why are you picking at the little plot details? I mean, okay, I know you're a writer, but come on, man. Suspension of disbelief. You almost got me, you sneaky pooch. I mean, in general, it's also just tacky to have your characters pointing out, like, you know, the holes in your plot. I'm like, oh, it doesn't make any sense that this is happening. Like, if you're doing that snarky-ass CinemaSins kind of way. Like, that is pretentious, and that is dumb, and also it's, like, it's tacky. Because it just points out that your own writing is bad. But to be fair to the game Alan Wake, there is a reason why stuff like this is happening. Yeah, why couldn't I have like a 7-shot revolver? Oh, alright. We're doing this again. And I'm out of ammo again. How did I dodge that? I didn't dodge that one. Okay, I got the dodge timing on that charge move for once. Well, guys, I don't want to tell you to do your jobs, but it feels like you shouldn't be chucking company property at people. Just saying. Well, yeah, I mean, if it's gold, I imagine you could use it for, like, decorative purposes, which are, you know, at least that has a function. Actual gold probably looks nicer than, like, you know, yellow marzipan or something, even if I'm sure it's way more expensive. This forest has too many trees because they keep getting in my way. Maybe, like, you know, lose 5 of them.
I stared through the bars of the jail cell. Barry stood behind me, swaying on his feet, looking as ill as I felt. Agent Nightingale stood on the other side of the bars with Sheriff Breaker. Nightingale had a stack of manuscript pages in his hand. He seemed unhinged as he gloated. Well, I've got you now, Raymond Chandler. All of the evidence, including conspiracy and murder.
He even does the stupid gimmick in the manuscript. Why is Agent Nightingale so well read? Why does he know so many authors just off the top of his head? Just very funny. I see paint, but what are you telling me that I can't? Oh, it's okay. That's an arrow pointing up. Like I can barely make it out. Okay. Hang a left. And up there's the next one. Go this way. Keep going. Aha. Flashbangs, which I have quite a few of, and also you're gonna they make you waste a few of them. You like that? Just bam, right in your face. You can use gold leaf for detailing on vehicles. Oh, that's pretty cool. Although, definitely, it definitely sounds like the kind of thing that you just do to be kind of a jackass. Just show you have money to throw around. I was, oh, Jesus. I remember there was a time when I had gotten I got a spam. I've gotten a few of these spam emails. So I'm assuming they're just a thing that go out. But I guess there's like some company that makes like really stupid weapons. And you'd have to be an idiot to think we're actually cool. And I always show them to Evan because he gets a kick out of that kind of stuff. So they what was the first one they sent me? They sent me some kind of they sent me an ad for like a tactical something or other. I can't remember what it was, but it wasn't something that you would expect to be tactical at all. Maybe it was a flashlight or something. No, it was like a tactical knife or something. Anyway, this particular one that I'm talking about right now, they had sent me an ad to get a tactical knife gun, which is apparently a thing. Evan confirmed that for me. He said, "Yeah, the knife gun is a real weapon, and it's exactly what it sounds like. It's a gun, and it has a knife attached to it." And then in their pricing plan they sent me, you could pay like a shitload of extra money, and you could also get a version that was gold plated, so you can have your gold plated knife gun. And I laughed really hard because it just struck me as really funny. the Pancor jackhammer. What is that? I finally got an excuse to use one of these. Now you don't. Also, get in the light. Ah, shit. Did you punch me? I've literally never seen them just punch me before. That's funny. Like, even the last time I played this game, I never saw them punch me. Can I... Oh, Jesus. Can I get back to the light? It seems like this would make the fight a lot easier. Ah, crap. I don't think so, Chris, and I'm sorry if I can't remember that. But to be fair, we've talked about a great many things in the time since I've been streaming.
I had no real plan. I was going to give the kidnapper all the manuscript pages I had for Alice. If that wasn't enough, I'd hold him at gunpoint and make him talk.
Alright, so that's the way I'd gone last time, or was it this way? There's two paths. Kinda looks like they both go the same way, so I'll try this way. Oh shit! They all just appeared. Well, that sucked. Alright, you know what? We got grenades. We're gonna burn grenades. Oop.
I had no real plan.
Don't forget all the stuff.
All the manuscript pages
There's
I had for Alice.
probably there's a reason they give you all this shotgun ammo and shit, and a brand new pump action. What, they're not appearing this time? Was it like a random encounter? Okay, then. Oh, okay. Right. Yeah, I think I remember you mentioning this now. Oh, the light went out. Well, that sucks. Is the super shotgun from Doom based on anything? Because I've never been quite sure as to what exactly makes it super, aside from it does more damage. So I could never tell if that was supposed to be like a thing, like a real thing, or if that's just a product of Doom being like 90s as fuck. You bastards. Like, I suppose I could just be Romero being Romero.
I had no real plan. I was going to give the kidnapper all the manuscript pages I had for Alice.
Oh, okay, yeah, I remember you mentioning that. I thought that was a rifle you were talking about. So, okay, shotgun. Actually, I'm remembering this conversation, and I think you just said gun. I think you just used the general term gun when we were talking about this, so I think I just assumed you were talking about a rifle. I don't believe you clarified it was a shotgun. I don't know if 2 barrels makes it super, Voten. I mean, lots of games have double barrel shotguns. And just Doom is the only one I know of that calls it a super shotgun. Okay, it's just a double barrel shotgun. So I mean that's what I was trying to find out, if there was, because I would believe you if you told me there was some kind of like gun naming convention, however obscure, that justified calling it super. But I guess that's just them giving a cool name to something that actually does exist. So, all right, fair enough. Yeah, no, the combi weapons, that totally works. Something that's always been amusing to me is every time I'm trying to explain 40K to people. And I get to the I have to explain what a melt-a-gun is for whatever reason. They always start laughing their asses off, because I guess having a gun called a melt-a-gun whose purpose is to melt things, is funny, and it is when you explain it like that. But it's just, I don't even get to the explanation, and they just hear the term melt-a-gun and they start dying. It's just weird, because I don't remember having I don't remember having that reaction myself when I was learning about 40K stuff. I'm just not sure what's so like uproariously funny about it. Oh yeah, which is like something out of like Dead Rising. Which, I mean, I feel like if you're gonna make, I'm almost certain I made this joke back then, but I feel like if you're gonna add something to a punching weapon, oh Jesus, that's that's a lot of people. I feel like if you're gonna add something to a punching weapon, you might as well just add like a shotgun or something, like in Fallout. The ballistic shotgun, or whatever, or the ballistic power fist, or whatever they call it, where you punch someone and just fires the gun like right in their face. It's a thing of beauty. Yeah, right? I mean, like, you can make melt-a-gun sound silly, because you can make anything sound silly if you're determined. But I just say, yeah, so there's a gun called a melt-a-gun, and they just start laughing their asses off. It's not that funny, I don't think.
The dark presence was moving ahead of me in the same direction I was going. A cold feeling settled itself in the pit of my stomach. Was it going for Alice?
Was it going to ask Alice why she's 10 feet tall?
The graveyard shift may cause cancer.
What the what does that mean? Like, those of these weird lines have made sense. I don't know. How does the graveyard shift cause cancer? Also, fuck you for stun locking me. I should bring out the old flare gun for this.
The graveyard shift may cause cancer.
Oh, wow. They took a flare gun right to the face. Oh, Jesus. He stepped right... That thing went off right on top of him. Awesome. I mean, probably, but I mean, your fist is encased in a giant hunk of like pneumatic metal. Or, you know, it's a giant pneumatic fist with a shotgun attached to it. So, I would assume that would provide some, you know, protection. And you know, if you're living, you know, if you're living in the Fallout world, in the wasteland or whatever, you're probably hardier than you know, than most people. And if you're using it while wearing power armor, like, you know, you probably have Veronica doing in New Vegas at some point, then there'd be like no drawback at all, because presumably the power armor, you know, absorbs all the recoil and whatnot.
The place was dead, a ghost town. Had been for decades, maybe a century.
It is true, I mean, I have many regrets about Fallout 76, but one of them is that they do not have the ballistic power fist in the game, which is just seems like a giant like oversight. It's probably because I don't think they had it in Fallout 4, and 76 is just built straight on Fallout 4's engine, but it's like you could add it. They added a fist weapon eventually that was like a gauntlet, but it's got, you know, like a little buzzsaw on it, which is kind of cool, but it's not quite the same.
Simple in real life as in fiction. I had lost count of the times I had wished there'd be a clear reason for my writer's block, something to fight, something to lash out on. There wasn't. I was filled with doubt. I was nothing like the hero in my books. Alex Casey had gone through his life with single-minded determination, never wavering from his goal. Even now, I was angry at myself, angry at Alice, angry at Barry. I was fumbling and I had no plan.
Gray Peak Gorge. Originally founded in 1928, the Gray Peak Gorge mining town was one of the permanent settlements for Bright Falls Mining Company, built for its workers. The nearby graveyard is a testament to the dangers the miners faced on a daily basis. Most of the men who lost their lives over the years were buried there, a grim reminder to be careful for those who remained. Great Peak Gorge was abandoned almost overnight when the Bright Falls Mining Company closed its doors in 1970. Doesn't explain why the graveyard shift causes cancer. No? Oh, I already have too many batteries. Stupid things. Is why they give you all the batteries. I think there might have been a Buzzsaw Fest New Vegas, but this particular weapon is called the Gauntlet. And the default configuration for the Gauntlet, by default, it comes with a I forget what they call it, but it comes with a mod that causes bleeding, and the visualization for that is that it has a little buzzsaw on it. I don't think that was in New Vegas, but it's been forever since I played it, so I can't remember. I know it was in Fallout 4. And there's also an alternate version where it just has like an energy thing attached to it. I think maybe it does electric damage. I can't remember. I use the shredder, the bleeding mod, because having a buzzsaw attached to my hand just seems kind of cool. If you're playing Fallout and you're not doing what's cool, then why bother? Also, wow. That thing would have killed me. if I hadn't beaten it the second before it was going to smush me. Kind of like that. I mean, guardsmen maybe. I don't think melta-guns are common enough that that your average hive ganger would be able to get one and also be willing to to waste it on food. Especially when like a las gun would probably do a much better job, and those are like a lot easier to acquire. Oh, that's that actually rings a bell. Ah, god damn it! I didn't want to waste that. That does sound a little familiar, though. I've never really. I personally have never really used any of the equipment from Lonesome Road, except for Old Glory, because I just like it conceptually as a melee weapon. But I also really fucking hate Lonesome Road. Goddamn. It's such a slog, and Ulysses is such a Ulysses is just a real I don't like to throw on the term Mary Sue, but I mean he's very much like an author avatar kind of person for Chris Avellone. And I like Chris Avellone, but I don't like, what he did with Ulysses. I don't agree with anything Ulysses says. He's just kind of a jackass. Yeah, the flagpole. It feels like a very Fallout thing to take a flagpole and turn it into a surprisingly powerful melee weapon. Because that thing wrecks. It getting stuck on the tree made this fight a lot easier. And I got a Chivo called Iron Horse. Not really sure what the reference to that is, but it had a train, so I'm assuming that's a reference to something. Oh, I guess because they're train pieces? And a train's called an Iron Horse? Does that need a Chivo? I feel like they didn't need a Chivo. It's not exactly the most memorable boss fight. Like, hooray! I beat some parts of a train. Yay. No. I was like, what was that about? Can I go in? And yes I can. Ah, flare gun, yes.
Anything outside of riding is a struggle. I feel ill. I managed to make my way downstairs. There's a shoebox filled with books and papers by Thomas Zane. It's very hard to focus, but I managed to read some of it. He's a poet, and a good one. He writes of muses and creators summoning fabulous things from a magic lake, using his powers to shape the world of a realm of gods and dreams and demons, dark things that wait for a chance to slip through, wearing the flesh of men as disguise. Zane writes about himself, his girlfriend being taken over by a dark presence, about growing scared of the lake. Zane believes it's a mirror to the gaping void of darkness above, where some Lovecraftian presence lurks. I crawl back upstairs. I'll borrow these things for my story. They ring true. They fit.
Huh. And oh, okay. So they took the all right. So they took the gauntlet from New Vegas. It's a shame they couldn't take some of the quality. Oh, like, why would you take the gauntlet over the pneumatic fist? That makes no sense. There we go. Now we got the hunting rifle. Actually, don't I have a lot more shotgun ammo? Yeah, I've got way more shotgun ammo. I'll probably stick with the shotgun. Unless they're just going to give me a lot more ammo all of a sudden. Okay, I guess the idea is that the dark presence is making these trees fall, but it looks really stupid when they're playing the scary music and all that happens is a tree falls. Not even in a way where it can fall on me. It's misplaced effort.
The kidnapper had sent me a text. The message was full of spelling errors and insults. It was telling me to hurry up.
Oh, here we go. There's a hidden path. And we have more flare guns. And so the question is, why do they want me to have so much flare gun ammo? Probably nothing. Probably no big D.
Birds.
They're hovering like just outside my range. Am I just supposed to run? They don't want me. Do they not want me to fight the birds? When you say birds like that, you know that it makes them your nemesis. Birds. Well, it says danger, but it's more dangerous out here with the killer birds, so we press on. You mean like a boxing? You mean like a boxing glove on top of a power fist, or a boxing glove that's been converted into a power fist? 76 actually does have boxing gloves as a weapon, and they're crappy. But you can get legendary boxing gloves, which might have effects that make them more useful. I guess I don't think it's possible for them to be legitimately useful. That's one of the many flaws with 76, that there's a great disparity in like weapons just purely based on what type of weapon it is. Oh. Tunnels go to Cauldron Lake. So like, you know, you can't, no matter how many cool legendary effects you get on a boxing glove, it's never going to be a good weapon, because boxing gloves have a really low damage cap, and they just don't have like mods and stuff to make them better. Oh, I see. Well, I guess part of the problem with that would be that, you know, assuming you don't have power armor, that, you know, a power fist probably takes like a lot of you know, muscle control to use properly. Of course, if you have power armor, then there's really no excuse for why you can't do that, because it's always bothered me a little bit, but strictly speaking, if you're wearing power armor, like, wouldn't your fists basically, or wouldn't your, you know, the hands of the power armor basically be power fists?
I'm losing it. I gotta get out.
It's a big hunk of, you know, power assisted you know, armor and steel and shit. It seems like it should pretty much, you know, you should just have, you know, a power fist by default if you're wearing power armor. But all you ever benefit from 76 included is just, you know, the strength bonus you get from wearing power armor. But yeah, I guess the other problem is that Fallout just doesn't do dual wielding. But I mean, I would definitely like to be able to use, you know, two power fists. That'd be awesome. It always feels kind of weird to just have a single, you know, fist weapon. Damn it! I keep accidentally hitting the grenade button. And that is something that bothers me, especially because in 76 I use unarmed weapons. I was power fists and stuff, because unarmed weapons they just like sort of inadvertently became like the best like melee weapons, like straight up. They just do the most damage relative to like their swing speed and whatnot. So it always bugs me that I have like a single fist I punch with, and the other one is just kind of sitting there, you know, limply doing nothing. Although I do have a vampire power fist, which drains life when I use it, and that just amuses me. I wish there was like an actual like lore explanation for how that works. Is there a mod like that in 4? And if so, is that a Starship Troopers reference? Because in the novel, the original novel, because this wasn't in the books, or this wasn't in the movie, but in the original novel, one of the like hallmarks of the mobile infantry were these like really huge sets of power armor that looked like gorillas. It's like the one super cool thing that people read the book because of when they find out that's a thing. It doesn't actually play that big of a role in the books. The books aren't really super combat focused. It's more about like, you know, making fascism sound cool. Heinlein was kind of a weird guy.
I'd have to make my way up this mine shaft in order to go on. Maybe the machinery could help me with that.
The machine helped me with that. Yes? No? You narrate like everything except that, Alan? You asked a question. You should answer the question. Yes, the machine helped you. It was your friend. It was your lover. Can I make that jump? Yes. Yes, I can. And I guess I get over here, and I can use this, and maybe put it up here? Are there like stairs I can follow? No? Oh, here we go. I made it sound like that puzzle is going to be a lot more complicated. Not that I'm complaining, mind you. I'm not really a fan of puzzles in my action games. Oh, do I need to lower it? I think I need to lower it. Oh, I guess there's like one more. Yeah, I've got to do like one more degree upwards. Yeah, that would definitely be entertaining. And I do wish that Bethesda would lean more into that now, because I mean, like, they made Fallout, you know, fucking goofy, and then it just feels like now they're too afraid to like commit to that. So it's like you just have fun with the setting already. Like you already made Liberty Prime. It's it's impossible to ever take Fallout seriously ever again. So just go whole hog with it. You know, make it fun. Oh, I didn't see that last bit. Yeah, friend like me. Ooby-doo, I want to be like you. I want to walk like you, talk like you. Ooh. Did you ever see the live action one where they have Christopher Walken doing that? He's King Louis, but he doesn't sing the song. He just like sings it. It's so stupid. Ooby-doo. I want to be like you. I want to walk like you. Talk like you. Like it's just... Why? Why would you do... Why would you do that?
Lightning flashed behind the windows of Cauldron Lake Lodge. Tor Anderson laughed and held the steel hammer above his head.
Yeah, friend like me was Aladdin.
Tor grinned madly and shouted, "My hammer's up. Here's a friendly poke from Mjolnir, wench." He brought the hammer down with all his might on Sinclair's head. "We're on a comeback tour, baby."
I love the Anderson brothers. They're the best. So... Oh, am I going down this way? No more birds! Why do the birds do so much damage? Alright then. I never saw the Aladdin one. I drew the line at Aladdin. Jungle Book came out like way before the other ones, so it didn't have the stigma against it. But no, like I agree. The other ones have, I mean, the ones I've seen have been pretty bad. Dumbo was bad. Beauty and the Beast was bad. Maleficent looked bad. It's like the couple I've seen, I've only watched because, like, you know, I'd be with my family and they would want to watch something, and that would be a thing we'd watch. But yeah, I've never really enjoyed them. Jungle Book was all right from what I remember. It's really only noteworthy because Christopher Walken was was King Louis, and he couldn't sing. It's like fucking parody. Stay away, birds. I've got a lot of these flares. I can do this all day. Well, yeah, we kind of made it. Ah, jeez. Where'd the other guy go? That's a dead end. There you are. I found you, you little sneak. I mean, I got really cynical about Will Smith being cast in anything. Once what was his shitty movie for his that he set up for his kid, Beyond Earth or whatever? The one that was supposed to be a vehicle for his kid to, you know, launch a movie career, and it fucking sucked.
Shit.
And both of them were shitty in it. That movie. Like you can't come back from that. I can't trust him with my movie. I can't entrust my movie dollars to him anymore. Not that I really spend movie dollars anyway, because I pretty much only go to movies now when, well, not even now, but pre-pandemic, I would only go to the movies pretty much like when my dad or friends or somebody wanted to go see like a superhero movie. And they knew to call Alex, because Alex will always go and watch a superhero movie with somebody, no matter how shitty it is. Because Alex has willfully watched stuff like Star Kid and Meteor Man. Oh yeah, another hunting rifle. Do I now have enough hunting rifle ammo to make this worthwhile? Oh, that's cheating. Yeah, you can't just do that. You can't just teleport behind me, next to me, whatever. Wasn't After Earth the, was it After Earth? Wait. Because I thought it was, but then I was, there's that other movie, the one based on the, shit. Ah, damn it. No. Fate. I think you're right. I think it was After Earth. But now I'm confused about the. I'm having trouble thinking because of the stuff that's going on. There was another movie based on the book by the Scientology guy, L. Ron Hubbard. Had like John Travolta as like the head alien guy. That's what I was thinking After Earth was, but no, I think you're right. I think After Earth was the Will Smith movie. Anyway, both of them were shit, and both of them had pretty talented actors in them who did a really shitty job. But the Will Smith one, you know, his character was named like Cypher Rage or whatever, so his movie was probably worse. My strongest memory of that John Travolta movie was pissing off a bunch of Scientologists by complaining about it. Cauldron Lake, the 8th deepest lake in the world. Cauldron Lake is a caldera lake formed in a volcanic crater. The volcano itself could be considered to be active, but has not erupted since the volcanic earthquakes of 1970. And even then, the underground activity was comparably mild. Despite some property damage, there were no casualties. Cauldron Lake is one of the most beautiful spots in the Bright Falls area, as well as a central figure in many local folktales. It is a popular recreational area for area residents. Battlefield Earth! Thank you. Yes. Okay. That's the one. You'll forgive me for being confused when they both have when they're both shitty movies named like that. But yeah, Battlefield Earth. Yeah, I only have strong memories of that one. Well, number one, because they had a stupid joke about McDonald's in it, but also because I went to a book fair and I was just looking around for like stuff, and I saw a booth set up that had a bunch of like sci-fi books, and I went, oh neat, I could go for some decent sci-fi. And I was looking around, and all they had were L. Ron Hubbard books. I was like, oh well, Hubbard is fucking shit. Like, why would I buy any of this stuff? And then the people working the stall were like, hey, can we help you? Do you want to buy any of these L. Ron Hubbard books? And I'm like, no, why would I want to do that? L. Ron Hubbard's garbage. Did you see Battlefield Earth? Like, holy crap, that was the worst thing ever. And then I looked around and saw they were all really pissed off. They were getting really pissed off at me. And I put two and two together and went, oh, you're Scientologists. All right, well, I'm just gonna leave, and you go back to fighting the good fight against Lord Xenu or whatever. And that is the other reason why I hate Scientology, aside from all the perfectly good reasons that everybody has. If you don't want someone to make fun of your god, you know, pick one that writes better books. Or your prophet, or whatever the fuck they think he is. Your religious figurehead, there you go. I mean, at least the Bible has good stories, you know, whether or not you believe in it. Shit. Aha! You're probably better off, but I don't even know who allowed the fucking Scientologists to even set up there. This was like after this was pretty sure this is a good way after we all knew that Scientology was like garbage. This was like a USC like book fair. Like, it was respectable, or it should have been. You know, a book fair is respectable when they don't have any Goosebump books. And they did not.
Maud had checked all of Stucky's rental cabins. There had been no sign of the Wakes. It was dark when he'd found their car parked at the end of the road by Cauldron Lake. It made no sense. They must have taken a wrong turn. But there was no sign of them, and the car had been there for hours already. Frustrated, Mott stood on the rotten ruin of the footbridge that had once led to Diver's Isle before it sank beneath the waves years ago. The boss wouldn't be happy.
I miss Stucky. He seemed nice from the very tiny amount of time we knew him. Well, that's one. You couldn't just climb it, Alan. It wasn't even that high up. Like I'm pretty sure I could have climbed that, and I'm extremely out of shape. Oh well. If there's anything else out there, I screwed myself out of it. Tom. I miss you, Tom. CNNTL. TZ. TZ is Thomas Zane, of course, and CW. I already forgot her name, but that is the lamplight lady that they were talking about earlier. I like. Oh, you, Tom. You talk to me on TV. Oh, you're an ex-librarian, Bowden? That's cool. I was considering becoming one for a while. Although for me, it's because I had an English degree and like nothing to do with it for a long time. Which Spider-Man 3 are you talking about, Chris? Are you talking about the Sam Raimi one? I've always liked book fairs, Bowden. But I mean, I'm a simple man. I have since made the transition to ebooks because it's kind of necessity now, like storage wise, and because you don't have to worry about germs and whatnot in the current climate. But as a kid, I fucking loved going to book fairs. It was just fun to find new stuff, especially if you just stumbled across something you've never heard of, and you ended up really liking it, which has happened to me several times. Of course, as a kid, I would just go nuts and grab a bunch of like Goosebumps and Animorphs and stuff, because that's what I read, and there's nothing wrong with that. Oh, you dicks. Should not have wasted that. I used to be like that, Bowden, but my bookshelf, my book collection just got too fucking ridiculous, because I've never gotten rid of any books I've owned ever since I was a kid. I just have shelves and shelves and boxes of all kinds of books, and it it got so hard to like find stuff, and it got hard to store the stuff, and ebooks just became easier because it's nice to be able to just filter my collection, and they're cheaper, and you can transfer your collection to like any device and all that kind of stuff. I can understand not being able to read in the screen, but I just got used to it at some point. I don't know. Maybe, I guess it bothers some people more than most, or more than others, because my friend has the same complaint. She can't read anything on the screen either, but I'm glad I can, because it's just made my life easier. And it's great when I find out, like, oh shit, there's a new entry in whatever series I'm reading, and I don't have to wait, so many days for it to come by mail, or I don't have to drive down to the bookstore and buy it or whatever. I can just hop on, Amazon or whatever, and just boop boop boop. Now I have it. It's pretty great. There were so many times as a kid when I wanted a new book, and I just could not find it anywhere, and my mom would, bless her, she would call like all over the place, and she'd take me to different bookstores, and we'd try to find them, and sometimes we could, and sometimes we couldn't. We had to make like a 2-hour drive once to get me an Animorphs book I really wanted. And we finally got it after a couple of weeks of looking. We made that 2-hour trip and we got it, and I was so happy because I could not find that stupid thing anywhere. It was the best. Sam Raimi. I don't really have strong feelings towards any of the Sam Raimi ones. They're okay. Even at the time, I like the newer ones better. I like I like the ones made by. I actually did like the Sony ones, the Amazing Spider-Man. I think that's what they called it. I had fun with those, but I do like the Marvel ones currently being made the best. 3 was the one with Dr. Octopus and Sandman, right? Because I think it was the second one had Venom in it. Yeah, I mean they're fine. They're not the best, Spider-Man media, but they're nowhere near the worst. So yeah, that's my answer. They're fine. I think the only books I ever wrote in Botan were like choose your own adventure type books. Like I remember I had a couple of the Goosebump ones, and some of the ones where you needed to like some of the choices where you needed to know like information from having gone down other paths or whatever. I would just like write it down so I could easily, remember what it was. And there was a series of game books I was super into. The Lone Wolf books, which was a cool combination of like choose your own adventure with actual mechanics. So it had some light like RPG stuff in it, and I wrote down a ton of stuff in those books. And they're mutt. Oh, Venom and Sandman were in the same movie? Wow. I don't remember that at all. Okay. I should tell you how kind of meh I am just when I can't even remember how the villains were distributed. Didn't the second one also have Harry becoming the Goblin? Because in like the third one he gets amnesia, and then he becomes like a good kind of goblin or something, right? I remember something like that. Oh, and I guess that is the episode. Alright. So, I think we're going to be calling it now, because just shy of like 3-hour stream. Seems like a pretty good time to cut it. That was fun. Oh, this was my Halloween thing. I hope you guys had fun. It was nice chatting with you dudes, and I'm glad you guys were willing to spend Halloween with me. So yeah, Alan Wake's still going strong. I will probably do this again next week, and we're just gonna keep playing Alan Wake. Half-Life NBC. I don't know. I didn't really hear his scream well enough to hear that, but I'm curious if that's the thing. Oh yeah, I'm turning in for the night, Kara. All right, so yeah, thanks. Yeah, have a good one, guys. Wash your face. Check all your Halloween candy, all that good shit. See you guys next week. Have a good one.